All right, we should be live. Very weird situation. No one told me during the live show they couldn't hear me, and when it finally processed, there was no volume, so that was very weird. I don't know if anybody saw it live. I don't know, just weird. So I'm just going to redo it, so I deleted the video. Apologize, but obviously there were technical issues with the processing, and for some reason the sound didn't come through. So just let me know when you see this. Do you hear me? So Horror Breakdown, I see you just came in. Can you hear me? Can you just verify that really quick before I get into the video and do an 8-minute video of just showing a picture? Alright, so can anybody confirm they can hear me? Bueller? You know, this is going to be very entertaining. Alright, so I'm just going to assume that people can hear me. Otherwise, this is going to be a very weird video. And the fact that no one's letting me know. Okay, finally, thank you. Horror Breakdown. Alright, so the first 2 minutes of this video is quality We Love Comics material. So let's get into it because Edward says, I think I was coming crazy. I don't know how to respond to that. But anyway, all right, people can hear me. So I'm just going to redo this all over again because for some reason the volume wasn't working on the other one, even though no one told me for 8 minutes. So with that being said, it's actually kind of funny and ironic that just the other day I made a video that says make sure you verify things even if it's somebody that you like or trust or whatever, because people can make mistakes. So the good news is the books that I told people to get are definitely books to get. So it's not like I found out that, oh, it's actually issues 975 and 976. So 2 and 3 are good books to get. There is another book I was just told that actually I was not told about by my subscribers that I did a little bit more research and found out even more. So this one, as far as the Court of Owls, is really confusing because Wikipedia says one thing, I went to GoCollect.com, they say another thing, so it's a very weird situation, so keep that in mind, and that's why I actually made a video the other day talking about make sure you verify things. Because you can have a drowning in good intention moment where somebody had, you know, the good intention to help, and it ended up the information they were provided was inaccurate. So issue 2, well, here we go. I'm going to give you the whole rundown from after researching 50 different places. It's ridiculous for this one. Even CGC will not mention the Court of Owls at all on their slab books. So this one was a challenge. So issue 1 is the first time that it's mentioned. So there's no appearance. So I don't even know if they would list that as a cameo, and the #1 issue is going to be more expensive. So get that one if you find a deal. Otherwise, I would kind of pass on that one unless you want to just get the whole series. Issue #2 is the first appearance of Talon, I believe, in a cameo. Issue 3 is the full appearance of the Talons. I'm sorry. Like I said, it's very confusing. Issue 2, they said, is the first full appearance of the Talons. Issue 3 is the first cameo of the Court of Owls. And issue 6 is the first full appearance of the Court of Owls. So this one was really confusing. Like I said, CGC was no help. Wikipedia got it wrong. My subscribers told me about 2 and 3, but I don't think even they knew about 6. So this one's a little interesting. So make sure you do your own research. And also, keep in mind, as of now, these are just rumors anyway. So there is no guarantee that these books will even have these people in the movie. So keep that in mind. And that's why I always say, when you're investing in something, sometimes there is risk. And if the chance does not happen and you get upset, then maybe you should not be investing in comics as far as speculators. Because you do have to have patience in this game, and you definitely have to have thick skin. So what I always say is, if you buy things because they make you happy, then it doesn't matter if the price goes down or the rumor doesn't come true or anything. So keep that in mind. But I hope people watched my video the other day, and it shows that even if you get information from somebody you trust or somebody you like or somebody who's been right every single time, does not mean that the next time they give information that maybe their sources were wrong or inaccurate. So always verify things just to make sure. Never assume that what you're being told is either truthful or accurate, because mistakes can be made. So the good thing is the 2 comics that I did mention are the ones you want to get. They were just, like I said, the information about what was in them was a little different. Now, like I've always said, I'm like 90 to 95% Marvel, so most of my knowledge is about Marvel. I mean, I've never really hid that fact. So I have the whole series of that DC run with the New 52 Batman, but I wasn't an expert on it. And again, because it was so confusing about it, several people were saying several different things. So my best advice I can give is verify it yourself. People ask me this one other question that they ask a lot. And when it comes to, let's say, for example, a cameo and a first appearance, people will ask me the question all the time, which one should I get? Now, if you go by odds, 99 out of 100 comics, the full appearance is going to be the most desirable. There are always exceptions to the rule, like, for example, with the cameo appearance of Darkseid. That actually is more valuable than the first full appearance. So there are always exceptions. What I always say is get both, so this way you got both bases covered. But if you only had enough money to buy one, I always say go with the odds, because if 99 out of 100 are the full appearance as the most valuable, well, the odds are that that one would most likely be. But that doesn't guarantee it. So my best advice would be getting each one, so this way you are covered regardless. So we'll see what happens. I mean, these characters could end up not even being in the movie at all, because it is in fact a rumor. But if you get these early and you don't spend a lot of money, like one person said they got the entire run for an average of about $1.50 a piece. I mean, that's awesome, and high five to you for that one. I wrote that in their comment. And if it ends up it doesn't happen, hey, they just got a good series that's actually a pretty good read. So for $1.50, which is a lot lower than what the initial cover price was, which is at least half price. So I think it started at $2.99, it ended at $3.99. So, I mean, you can't go wrong with that. So I do try my best. I want everybody to know that mistakes can happen. I mean, like I said, go on Wikipedia. They totally just say that the first appearance is issue number 3. So there's information all over the place on this one. So my recommendation to keep your bases covered is to get issues 2, 3, and 6. And if you have enough money to get issue number 1, I mean, it's a number 1 issue anyway, but don't overspend on it. I would say number 1, don't spend more than $20. So do your own research, verify things, and I just find it actually ironically funny that just the other day I did a video about that. But to be fair, I did check a couple of sources. So, I mean, I didn't just take one person's word for it. So, take your chance on it, get all 3 books, and just go from there. So thanks for listening, guys. I apologize for the confusion. It's not my lack of trying. It's just, like I said, it was very confusing. My subscribers will understand, and the ones that don't, I really don't worry about them anyway, because they're that 1 out of 100. So thank you for listening. Have a great day, and I'm glad you're actually able to hear me this time. See ya!